The news coming out of Oyo State right now is massive. And if you have been following the security situation in the southwest, this is the breakthrough we have all been waiting for. The Nigerian police and the Amotekun Corps have just sent a very loud message to the criminal elements hiding in our forests. You can run, but you cannot hide. We are receiving reports that the security network has made significant strides following the brutal killing of 5 forest guards in the Old Oyo National Park. This is not just an operation, it is a statement of intent. For days, the people of Oriire Local Government Area have been sleeping with one eye open, terrified after gunmen stormed the National Park Service office in Oloka Village. But today, the story is changing. The hunters have become the hunted, and justice is finally closing in on those who thought they could turn our ancestral lands into a killing field. Let's go back a bit to understand why this development is such a major victory for the entire region. Just a few days ago, on the night of January 6, 2026, tragedy struck. A group of armed men, described by locals as cross-border bandits, invaded the federal facility in Oloka. These were not just random thieves, they came with high-grade weapons and a clear intent to kill. They opened fire on the brave officers of the National Park Service who were simply doing their job, protecting our natural heritage. 5 officers lost their lives in that cold-blooded attack. The news sent shockwaves through the state. Governor Seyi Makinde was furious. He came out and said his administration would leave no stone unturned. He promised the people of Oyo State that this would not slide. And true to his word, the security machinery was activated immediately. Now here's where the gist gets really interesting. You know Amotekun doesn't operate like your regular police force. They know the terrain, they know the forests. While the bandits thought they had escaped into the deep bush towards the Kwara and Niger state borders, they didn't realize that Amotekun operatives were already tracking their movements. Sources on the ground are telling us that the operation to clamp down on these guys was swift and tactical. The security network used local intelligence, what we call human intel, from villagers and farmers who had seen strange faces moving through the bush paths. They didn't just rush in, they waited, they calculated, and they moved when the bandits were least expecting it. This is the kind of proactive security we have been asking for. If you are enjoying this update and you want to keep getting the real stories from the front lines of Nigeria's security situation, please do me a favor right now. Smash that like button. It helps the video reach more people who need to know what is happening in our country. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a breaking story like this. We are covering every angle of the Southwest security struggle and you don't want to miss out. The related talk around this situation is focusing heavily on the identity of these bandits and the new threats they are posing. Just this weekend, panic gripped the residents of Ikoyi-Ile, another community in Oriire Local Government Area, after a chilling handwritten note was found. This wasn't just a rumor, it was a direct threat. The note, written in both Yoruba and English, warned the community to prepare for an attack on January 20th, 2026. It said, "We will unleash terror and bring nothing but tears and pains." Can you imagine waking up to find such a message on your doorstep? It is psychological warfare, plain and simple. But the police and Amotekun have refused to be intimidated. The Oyo State Police Command, led by Commissioner Femi Haruna, has deployed tactical teams, bomb disposal units, and mobile police force operatives to dominate the area. They have commenced intensive debriefing of persons connected to the discovery of these notes. They are connecting the dots between the Oloka attack and this new threat in Ikoyi-Ile. This victory is huge because the Old Oyo National Park is not just a forest, it is a strategic location. If bandits are allowed to set up camp there, they can terrorize not just Oyo, but parts of Kwara and even Ogun State. It stretches all the way to the border of Niger State, making it a perfect corridor for criminals moving south from the north. By taking out this cell and intercepting their plans, the security agencies have likely saved hundreds of lives that could have been lost in future kidnappings or attacks. The special advisor to Governor Makinde on security, Fatai Owoseni, described the initial killing of the guards as a targeted action. He noted that the bandits knew exactly who they were coming for. They met the officers sleeping and opened fire. It was an ambush. But the response has shown that Oyo State is not a soft target. We have to be honest with ourselves. This fight is far from over. While we celebrate the swift response and the ongoing manhunt, the reality is that our forests are still vulnerable. The National Park Service officers who died were heroes. They stood their ground against superior firepower. Their families are mourning today, and no arrest can bring their loved ones back. However, seeing the security forces take decisive action brings a sense of closure. It tells the families that their sacrifice was not in vain. It tells the people of Oloka Village that the government has not abandoned them. This is why the call for state police and better equipment for Amotekun is getting louder every day. If a regional security outfit can pull off this kind of intelligence-led operation, imagine what they could do if they were fully armed and legally backed to prosecute these crimes instantly. As we look at the days ahead, specifically towards that January 20th date mentioned in the threat letter, all eyes will be on the security deployment in Ikoyi-Ile. The police have placed officers on a 24-hour high alert. They are conducting stop and search operations and have increased surveillance patrols. Residents have been urged to report any suspicious movement. The fear is real, but so is the determination of the people. The local hunters, the vigilante groups, and Amotekun are working hand in hand with the formal police. This is the synergy we need. You cannot just arrest one group and go to sleep. You have to hold the ground. Governor Makinde has reshuffled the security strategy and it seems to be paying off, but consistency is key. There's also a political angle to this. The Oyo State House of Assembly has been vocal, demanding that the killers be crushed. Lawmaker Anthony Ogunsola has called for a security crackdown, stating that the bandits must not be allowed to turn the state into a theater of war. Former Senate leader Teslim Fulnarin has also weighed in, backing the security agencies to crush these elements. The consensus across the political divide is clear. There is zero tolerance for banditry in Oyo State. This unity is crucial because it ensures that funding and support for the security agencies will not be delayed by politics. In the meantime, the atmosphere in Oyo State has shifted from fear to cautious optimism. The streets are talking. People are saying, yes, Amotekun is working. It boosts the morale of the common man when they see that criminals are not invincible. This story is a developing one, and we will be following the investigations, the interrogations, and the security measures put in place for January 20th. We will be here to give you the full details as they unfold. Will the bandits dare to show their faces again, or has the overwhelming show of force sent them running back into the shadows? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, the guardians of the Southwest are awake. As we wrap up this report, let's remember the names and the faces of those forest guards who paid the ultimate price. They are the reason we are discussing this today. Their bravery must not be forgotten. And to the residents of Oriire, we stand with you. We will keep amplifying your voice until every inch of your land is safe again. If you haven't liked this video yet, please do so now. It really helps us. And don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends and family. Let them know what is happening. Knowledge is power, and together we can build a safer Nigeria. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and keep watching for the next update.